Director of Market Development here at Collins. And today we are going to do another vendor spotlight. I have with me Mike from GESTRA. Mike, can you introduce yourself and tell the crowd a little bit about yourself?
Oh, great to see you again, Tony. Again, I'm Michael St. Marie from GESTRA. I'm the Business Development Manager for North America for our Connected Services Division. And today I'd like to introduce you to ecoBolt.
Okay, Connected Monitoring System. What's that? Tell us a little bit about the ecoBolt.
Sure. So traditionally we've done annual steam trap surveys. What the ecoBolt does is it provides continuous surveying year-round, 24/7, 365 days a year. We use ultrasonic technology along with temperature measurement to determine how the steam trap is operating. So we can predict whether it's failed open, failed closed, blocked or plugged, or if it's working.
Okay, so this is going to replace our annual steam surveys. We don't have to do those anymore.
If the plant is fully covered with our monitors, absolutely you can negate annual steam trap surveys.
Do you think people are going to put them all over the plant right away?
Initially, no. So the best thing we can offer is process traps, critical traps, distribution systems, getting the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. The ones that are going to cost you the most amount of money, those are the ones we'd want to monitor first. From there, you can plan for budgeting purposes as far as the next steps. What are the next parts that you want to cover in the plant? Whether it's going to be unit heaters, any kind of building heat, process equipment that was initially monitored, where's your next ROI going to be?
Okay, so tell me a time where one of your customers installed these. Where were they? You know, what part of the plant? What was it doing?
Sure. So we've got several customers. One of the best examples I can offer is a customer initially wanted to monitor just the process critical traps, just their paper rollers. And once we introduced the product to them, they looked at the entire process and said it made more sense to cover the entire plant, which included their unit heaters, as well as their warehouse storage units. And from doing that, they can now monitor all of the process equipment, as well as understanding when they turn on the heating, the unit heaters during the winter season, which ones are blocked, which ones might need to be blown down. If the traps have failed during that shutdown, if they were offline for the last 3 months, there's going to be some slag or debris that they might want to blow down ahead of time. So now when they do a startup, it's more efficient. But now also with monitoring the process traps, they know that while the process is running, everything's operational. But if a trap is going to fail, we can predict that ahead of actual failure so we don't cause any kind of process shutdown.
Okay, so show me a little bit about what this does and how it's set up. What kind of hardware would a customer need?
Sure. So the ecoBolt can be smart ready on a GESTRA steam trap, which is this little bolt right here. On a GESTRA Series 45, which was our UNA 45, our BK 45, and our MK 45. There's what's called a smart bolt that can be mounted directly in the steam trap. They ship from the factory already mounted, so you just have to screw in the sensor. For any non-GESTRA steam trap, we do have a ring clamp that's mounted upstream on the pipe of the steam. And what that does is allows us to take steam temperature measurement as well as ultrasonic technology to determine how much steam or condensate is passing over the internals of the steam trap. From there, we use an algorithm to determine whether the steam trap is, again, blocked, plugged, failed open, failed closed, or in working condition.
Our dashboards provide a clear real-time overview of steam trap performance, including steam loss, cost of steam, and associated CO2 impact. Each installed device is documented with a photo that automatically geolocates the asset. A dedicated asset overview page captures key details such as make, model, application, and operating pressure. The asset page provides detailed steam trap condition insights, identifying status such as working, failed open, failed closed, banking up, blocked, or plugged. This also shows the asset's steam loss and costs associated with it, showing its impact. Additionally, our audit engineers can import P&IDs to deliver a more comprehensive and structured asset overview. These dashboards can show steam trap comparison overlays to spot anomalies in applications.
Those dashboards really tell you a lot. So talk to me a little bit about why a customer may not say yes. Why are they saying no to this purchase?
Sure, absolutely. Typically, initial cost is expensive due to budgeting, but once they understand that these can be installed in confined spaces, manholes, tunnels, hard to reach places, those costs really start driving it down.
Okay, so once these sensors are installed, pretty much we have eyes on that tunnel at all times.
Correct. The only time you need to access that tunnel is if the steam trap failed. Now we can be more proactive and we don't need to send someone down there annually to go look at that steam trap. We can now monitor it 24/7.
And that is so much safer than what we currently have to do.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So the biggest topic of all times these days is AI. So how is AI going to affect pretty much energy efficiency within our plants? You know, what's your take on it?
Sure. So we do use AI.
Okay.
So AI enhances our operational abilities. It helps our engineers spot anomalies, predict when those failures are going to happen. So this is how we can do a predictive index. We can predict whether a steam trap is going to fail 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time. You can be notified by email. Our audit engineers will even sometimes give you a call and tell you that the steam trap has failed before it actually fails.
Okay, so if it's not critical, it's also great information on when you have a shutdown. You have that information, you know which traps you need to replace.
Absolutely. So operationally, you can now determine what steam trap needs to be replaced first and foremost. If you have a shutdown coming up, you can now predict or you can project when that steam trap, if that falls within that maintenance schedule. If the shutdown is going to happen, that you can now fix or repair during that shutdown and not have an emergency shutdown.
That's great. And as we all know, every steam trap that is leaking by is not efficient.
It's also costing a lot of money.
Right. We're looking at all that wasted steam.
Absolutely.
So, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming and telling us all about the ecoBolt. That's it for this edition of the Collins Vendor Spotlight. If you have any comments, please put them down below. And also, if you have any suggestions for a different vendor spotlight, we'd like to know that too. So, Mike, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.